To make the next little surprise, you need to have an Amazon cardboard box, or a cardboard box just like the Amazon ones that we get through the doors. You're going to need quite a little bit of flat card, so here is the flat card that we need. I've measured 27 centimetres. You need to have a ruler, 27 centimetres square, so 27 centimetres each side, and you need 2 of these squares. So this now is going to be the bottom of our craft, and then the next one is the top of our craft. So with the 27 centimetres, now measure inside 3 centimetres all the way around. And I did this using my ruler, just going across and marker in it, across and marker in it in several places, joining them up then with the ruler to give you a lovely straight line. So 3 centimetres all the way around. Inside, you need to have 9 little boxes. Each of those 9 little boxes should be a perfect square, and they measure 7 centimetres each. So 7 centimetres tall, 7 centimetres wide. Once you have marked out your cardboard, then you get a A4 piece of paper and measure out the centimetres on there. 7, 7 and 7 is 21. And lo and behold, 21 is exactly the size of your A4 piece of paper. Draw out your design on your A4 piece of paper. Here's mine. Take your time and sketch it. Turn that into a square because you're going to stick that directly to your 9 little squares on your cardboard. Once you've drawn out your design, take your time again and colour it in. There we go. And once you've coloured it in, get your glue ready and we're going to stick it together. So I'm going to do this with you. So I'm going to use just a Pritt Stick. If you can ask an adult to cut out the centre squares for you, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So here is our cardboard, and you ask an adult if they can help you to cut out the middle squares, leaving you your edge and your squares. Your squares is what we want to use at the moment, so continue gluing down your design. Use quite a bit of glue on the design because you want to make sure every part of it is stuck down neatly to the cardboard. Just making sure I'm covering every part of it. There we go. So now you've got your squares and you've got your design. Stick that then. I'm going to leave that side so I can see where I'm going to cut, and I'm going to stick it to this side here. So line it up neatly, and once you've lined up your design neatly, lay it flat onto the cardboard so that it sticks nice and neatly. And there we are. There is our paper on top of our squares. You may need to trim off some of the sides, only slightly. So I'm going to do that here before I move on to the next phase. Be careful with scissors, they are sharp. If you need to, ask an older sibling or even your parents to give you a helping hand. There we are. Now we have our lovely design stuck completely to the back of our cardboard. Now, with your scissors or your parents, cut along each of these on here. I'm going to cut each of these individual squares out. When you're doing your drawing, any design is absolutely fine. I've tried a few different designs, but I quite like Spider-Man. So we're just cutting along the lines of very good that way, so I'll have to do it that way. Try and keep them as close to the lines as possible, because it has got to be quite accurate for it to work. Now that we have cut out all of our little squares, there they are. Now we get our big sheet of cardboard and our outside part, our frame. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the frame to the backboard like that. So again, take your Pritt stick, go around all the outsides. Yeah, nice and gluey and sticky. Yeah, once we've glued it, just line it up neatly onto the backboard. So now you have a perfect little frame. You've got the back and you've got your outside there. And even though I'd written all my little 3 centimeters all the way around on it, because I've done it this... Hi guys! For this craft, very, very easy and very, very simple for everybody within the family, with just a small amount of adult help if you need to. What you're going to need is some thin card from the recycling. I've used a pizza box, and what I want you to do is to cut along the edges of the pizza box so that you have the front, and then once you've got that, get your pencil and anything you want to draw, anything at all, put a lovely design on it. So here is our lovely design that we have drawn up. Try and get as large as possible, because you want to use it as much of the card as possible. And then once you've done that, take your time and colour it in. So here's one I made earlier. Once it's all coloured in, that's all you need to do now is just simply cut some random shapes out of it. So I'm going to do that with you now. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can cut any shape you want. There we go. We'll go down here now and match that one. There we go. And across. A nice square there, I think. Coming through the unicorn. There we go. Doesn't have to be a unicorn. Yours can be anything you want. There we go. And then once you've cut it into pieces, you then have your very own homemade jigsaw. You can give it to other members of the family and ask them to make it up for you. But there we go. I will show you our jigsaw. Here it is. And now we just assemble it together. So this part goes here. And what else have we got? This is his back leg. Oh, there's his front. Here we go. You can have hours and hours and hours and hours making these. Make as many as you want. There we go. If you want to make it really tricky, try and cut them all the same shape. So just cut them into squares. But there we go. And there's our beautiful unicorn. Sorry, I'm getting the angle there. There we go. Have fun, everyone.